Okay, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I thought, because I'm still bored, I still don't know what to record, I thought I would record one of my career mode races. This is a career mode I've had on F125 for about, I want to say about 5 months now. I'm 3 seasons in, but then again I haven't actually done a race on this career mode in about a month, so I'm a bit rusty. But I thought I'd record this. Currently at Ferrari, playing as myself. Leclerc is my teammate, and I think who is in the lead of the championship at the moment? It is Oscar Piastri, and he's quite far ahead of us at the moment. But yeah, I thought I'd record one of this. It's round 9 at Spain, season 3. I'm kind of in the title fight. We're like 50 points behind Piastri and like 3 ahead of Leclerc, so we're right in it. But yeah, I thought I'd record this 25% race, I think, off the top of my head. But hopefully we'll enjoy, and let's get straight into it. Fresh in the back, that is. Alrighty, guys. So here we go. We about to start the race. I did qualifying. I made a mistake on my first lap, and it was pretty shit. And then I did my second lap, and I qualified 16th in a Ferrari because I'm a pro player. So, like literally, they were my first laps on the game in like a month with a new pedal too. But it's all good. Those are all my excuses now. I've got them all out of the way. I've taken them from Andrew's book of excuses. So it's all good. We're good to go now. We're starting 16th. We'll have a quick look at the grid because I think I saw a few interesting names. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's just going to skip me straight there. I think Lewis Hamilton in the Red Bull is in second. I know Leclerc is on pole, so my teammate's on pole, and then a few others up there in the top. I think Alonso's up there too. But the strategy, we're going to go softs, mediums. Doesn't look like there's any rain. Cloudy conditions or overcast conditions, so the softs should work. Pardon me. Should work a bit better. Because they won't overheat as much. We'll go 17.8 laps of fuel. Formation lap, we don't need to skip. Alonso is starting on pole at the Spanish Grand Prix. I guess Leclerc had a penalty. That's Alonso on pole. What the fuck? Hakkonen's in 4th. Stroll's in 5th. Hamilton in the Red Bull in 10th. The 2 Apex GPs down the bottom, and I gained 2 places because of penalties. So that is very nice. So I guess we'll see how we go. There is my helmet. It's very Lewis Hamilton looking, but it's sort of a dig at my old helmet from like F1 2017. I can't really skip this, or can I? Yes, I can skip this. Alright, let's go. 17 laps, 25% race. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Up the brake bias by a little bit, and it's lights out and away we go. They were not held at all, but towards turn 1, I got a good start compared to Hajar. Got a car on my right. Not really sure where I can go. Hajar's going to go to the left. We're going to go up the inside. And, oh, getting a bit brave with brakes I'm not used to. There's Colapinto in the V-carb. Hulkenberg gets past. We're going to dance right around the outside. Use a bit of overtake to get there. And then none into the right-hander. 5th gear. 4th. Try and hold it around the outside. Hulkenberg gets through. So that's not going to work. Now we're going to go diving up the inside. I wasn't brave enough on the brakes. Once again, I'm locking up. I'm going to have to up the brake bias a bit to stop the rear locking. But we are up 1 position in the first 2 sectors. So it's not a bad effort. Into the right-hander we go. Use that curb, but try not to spin out. And now we're going to use a bit of overtake. Try and get close to Hulkenberg. Down the inside. Oh, really having to stamp on the brakes. But we're going to go up the inside on the Sauber. So this is now where I need to get into a rhythm and try and get past some of these midfielders so I can get back up the front and challenge Piastri, because Piastri is our championship rival. He didn't win the last season. I think it was back-to-back Verstappen's in 25 and 26 in the game. This is season 3, and Piastri is leading. I'm going to get Hulkenberg coming up the inside, defend a little bit, and then swing back out. I don't think the AI is going to be brave enough for that move. I went a little bit wide in turn 1, but that's not the end of the world. And now we're going to go up into hot lap mode in the ERS, and now we've got to go chase after Mr. Colapinto. But it is Fernando Alonso who leads the Spanish Grand Prix at the moment, so that is pretty cool to see. Through the right-hander we go. Green sector 1, obviously. Into the left-hander. Really feels weird driving this game with a load cell pedal. It really, really does, considering what I've been using before. Into the left-hander on the curbs, and then up the hill. Round we go. Going to get DRS on Colapinto just, so that's very nice. Into the hairpin, 4th gear, and then 3rd to get that turn in. But yeah, look, we are catching him quite nicely. There is Kimi Antonelli a few cars up the road. He's not really a title threat at the moment. Mercedes haven't been that good in this career mode. It's really been Ferrari, McLaren and Aston Martin have been the best guys in terms of car performance. Down the straight we go. This should be hopefully a move on Colapinto. He's going to go to the inside. We're going to go to the left. And then around the outside, hard on the brakes. He backs out. And we're going to take that move. That is up into P11. So we're up 3 positions since our starting position. Not too bad, I think so far. Bortoletto gets past Antonelli in the Mercedes. So round we go. Nice. Into the left-hander, 3rd gear. Oh, really snapping on these brakes. Out onto the curb. That was fairly nice. 7th and then 5th. This is the corner I always struggle with. It's that left-hander because it's very easy to bottom out and then just spin to the left. As up the hill we go. And away down the straight. Going to save a little bit of ERS here in the braking zone because I want as much deploy as I can for the main straight because that is where the best passing opportunity is. 4th gear on the way through. That was pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Oscar Piastri sets the fastest lap of this race. Quick shift down to 6th and then back up to 7th just to get it turned in for the final corner. We've done a 13.226, which isn't horrific. Up towards turn 1. I'm going to save a lot of ERS here. Obviously it works a bit different for this year. I'm interested to see, you know, when they add the 2026 DLC, I'm interested to see how all of the ERS and battery is going to work with that. Ooh, it's got a little bit of a snap of oversteer there. That was not ideal. Get it turned in. And round we go. Hard on the brakes. Get it turned in. And I think Antonelli is going to need to be someone that I pass quite quickly because I get the feeling that if I don't, I'm going to get stuck behind him for quite a while and he's really going to hamper my race. Up the hill again though, into DRS mode. Save more as we head to the hairpin, but looks like there is a train forming up here with a few cars. Yeah, look at that. You can see them all. There's 3 cars there. Stroll, Bortoletto, and somebody, I think that's Albon in the Red Bull, fronting that train. No, I spun! Yes, I play with flashbacks. It's all good. We don't need to worry about that. Because it's all about having fun. And when you're as shit as me, it's sometimes good to have a flashback. But we're going to carry on. We're going to pretend like that never happened. Down into the final corner again. And, ooh, going a bit wide there. It's not exactly what I want to do. But down the straight. We're going to get very close to Antonelli. Doesn't have DRS. Down the inside. I've nearly completely missed the corner. Getting a bit brave on those brakes, but we are going to get past the Mercedes into the first corner. I did not think I was going to catch him there. There's a Haas up in P4. That is Mika Hakkinen, who has come back in this career mode from the most enormous sabbatical ever. Through the right-hander. I mean, tyre condition would look pretty good, Mark, if we were only on lap 5. Thanks for pointing that out. But now we've got to make up 2.5 seconds on the Sauber if we want to get close. That's if we want to get close. Up the uphill section. Up the uphill. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Up the uphill. Underneath the bridge. And then hard on the brakes. And 3rd gear. Always struggling with that hairpin. Tend to swing out a bit too wide sometimes. 4th gear through the right-hander. We're not really making an inroad yet. I'm kind of hoping that there's a safety car, because if there's a safety car, I think I'll be able to gain a place or two. Getting really close to the gravel again. Not quite going to hit it that time. We are approaching the pit window. We're on lap 6 already. Here comes Antonelli. Is he going to go down the inside? I'm going to try and hold it there. And he is going to back out of it. So we are going to keep that spot for the time being. But I'm not really catching Bortoletto at the moment. into the right-hander. And I need to pick up the pace a little bit because I'm starting to lag behind. I'm going to pray that they start battling sooner rather than later. Because, yeah, I really need to make this inroad. I need to get within DRS of those guys soon. Or else I'm just going to be at the mercy of Antonelli behind me for a while. And I don't want that. 7th gear to the right-hander again. They're not really battling. They're sort of spread out, these guys. 4th gear into the hairpin. You see, I never get it turned in there. Always struggling with that corner. Into none. Just try and regen some of that ERS. And then back up to hot lap. Into the final 2 corners. 7th. 6th. 7th. There you go. And then away down the straight. We'll see if Antonelli gets close again, but he should be able to. Into the top 10 we go. Confirmation there from Mark. None into turn 1, saving more of that ERS deploy for the main straight. It is working, but it's just meaning we're not catching Bortoleto. There's a huge train behind us. 5th, 4th. And then swinging out as far as I head. And now got an objective from the team. Got to stay ahead of Antonelli until lap 10. I think we're going to be pitting soon anyway, so that's probably going to be null and void that goal, but we'll see. 5th gear into the left-hander, and there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad through there. Round we go. Ooh, wow, I got a lot of understeer there. That was highly unideal. And then 3rd on the way in. Whoa!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I didn't spin. No. Into the hairpin we go. 4th gear on the way in. And then, yeah, not too bad. Through there. Put it back into none for the main straight. So we can get, saved a lot of ERS with that. But we're really dropping away from Bortoleto and Stroll. 6th and then 7th on the way through. And now, Antonelli is a lot closer this time. We're going to pit on this lap. But this is going to be dangerous. There goes Russell on Antonelli. Is Russell going to have a go at me? No, he isn't. He's going to back out. But Russell is going to pass his teammate into turn 1. Now, this is where we need an absolute foot-to-the-floor lap. If we want to make any inroads. This is the most important lap of the race. 4th gear through the Hamilton and Rosberg corner. And on the way out. And then into the Rage corner. That's what I like to call it now. Out we go. Making a little bit of an inroad on Bortoleto, but nothing substantial. Through you go. Very nicely done. Now rising up the hill quite drastically. We are at 30% wear, especially on that left-hand side, which does take most of the beating around this circuit. But now I'm going to put it in none until the end of the lap. Save up as much as we can as we head into the pits. No damage to repair for reasons which don't need explaining. Into the pits we go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. And there we go. And now on the brakes. And yeah, all good. We didn't get a penalty or anything. Getting it turned in. Optimal. Not bad. There's like only one other person in the pits. We got a pit stop error. No. On that left front. That's going to cost me time. And who's that behind me? That is Isaac Hajar. Oh, but that's going to hurt. That is very much going to hurt, that error there. And out we go of the pits again. Onto the track. Try and get some heat in these tyres. And then down into turn 1. 4th gear. And through we go. Okay, so back out onto the track. That was not an ideal pit stop from the Ferrari boys. Being Ferrari'd as per usual. This is just how it goes. Going for the pits, you get a bad pit stop because it's Ferrari, and then you're all good. And very wide with the cold tyres. We got cars coming into the pits now. Charles is in the pits too. But maybe I should have stayed out for another lap. That was the strategy, to pit a lap early. But yeah, maybe pitting in a lap later could have been beneficial. Down towards the hairpin on this out lap. 3rd gear. I've actually nailed it that time. That was much better. And then 4th on the way through. And then on the way out, 5th, 6th, 7th, using all of these curves, 8th, and then back down to 7th. Works much better there. I'm glad I tried that. But down the straight, this is crucial, because you've got one of the Mercedes coming out of the pits. Who is it? It's George Russell, and he's well in front of me. So that is a problem. He is on hard tyres, though, so he's going to be very slow for the next lap. I'm on warm tyres, warm mediums as well, so we're on a quicker compound. We're going to see if we can catch up to the Merc. We are in DRS range, but I've got to be in DRS all the way until the detection point. If I drop out of it now, it's not going to mean anything. Out we go. Towards the left-hander. Oh, a bit wide. And out we go again. Can I get close to him? I am getting closer, but those tyres should be warm pretty soon. I'm going to have to do it on the main straight. Up the hill. And then there we go. DRS open. We're going to save some now while we're directly tucked up behind him. And then we should be able to get him down the main straight. This is going to be very close, but he is going to be holding me up a bit. And all this is doing is helping Antonelli get away from me. Hot lap mode on the ERS into the final 2 corners. And then 8th, back down to 7th, and then 6th. Got a little bit of understeer there. But now this is my opportunity to get back past Russell. As they're all coming out of the pits, we are going to clear them. And there we go, onto the grass. That was fairly close. But we're going to get up the inside on Mr. George Russell. I think I hit the braking board there too, but fully on the grass we were. That was pretty nice. And we're going to get past the Brit down into turn 1. 5th gear on the way in, and we got 4 seconds to Bortoletto, who is the next car. Get it turned in, please. Please and thank you. And out we go. But now this is going to turn once again into a defensive job. Through the right-handers. Oh, getting on that curb. That was very dangerous. We don't want to be doing that. That was absolutely terrifying. Still don't have any DNFs in this race, so it's being a bit dull. 4th gear on the way in, 3rd, lots of understeer. Fernando Alonso now sets the fastest lap of the race. Now it's Lando Norris who sets the fastest lap of the race, but it is Alonso who is currently leading the Spanish Grand Prix before Aston Martin. Didn't think I'd be seeing that when I booted up the game. 6th gear and then 7th gear on the way out again. Here comes Russell. This should be a clean move for him if he gets close. We're going to defend to the inside. Is he going to do the same move that I did on him? He is. And then I'm going to try and hold it around the outside. And that is not going to work. He's going to get past. And we're going to drop out of the points. So it's some of the top team drivers are battling for the last point on the track. And I need to stay close with him now, because I want to get the DRS after the uphill, but then also on the main straight. 6/10 now is the gap into the left-hander, and away we go again. And then uphill, we are going to get DRS just about. That's exactly what I need if I want to stay close to George. And 3rd gear, 2nd into the hairpin, because I wasn't really getting the turn in. And then hot lap, 4th, 3rd, there you go. And out we go. Down towards final corner, 6/10 is the gap. And then through we go. That was probably one of the quickest I've been through the final corner. Now DRS open, I've used all the battery. I need to get close. Which way is he going to go? We're going to go back up the inside on George. And we are back through up into P10. This is a very good battle at the moment. But now I need to save up all the ERS I can. Bortoletto has disappeared up the road. I don't think I'm going to get to him. Here comes Russell at the inside into turn 4. Put it back up into medium. Try and get the drive off the corner. I am going to get the drive off the corner. Just defend the inside a little bit. Force him to have a look. But unsettle him and have Hulkenberg go up the inside. That's exactly what I wanted from that manoeuvre. Hell yes. Into left-hander we go. And Bortoletto is getting away. He is not a priority anymore. The priority now is keeping these guys behind us, because they are absolutely rapid. Switch it down into none. Get the ERS back as much as we can. It does kind of look like that Bortoletto has an issue, because we are catching him when we're not battling. And out we go. Throw it up into hot lap mode for the final sector. Into 7th, 8th, and then 7th. Get it turned in. And away we go again, down the main straight. This is the crucial part of the lap for us. Is Hulkenberg going to get close? Oh, he is. Going to go into the middle of the road. He's going to go up the inside, and he's going to back out of it. Perfect defence there. It's exactly what I need. And round we go. See, what's he going to do? I don't think he's going to be close enough for a move into Rosberg corner. He is not close enough for a move. But Russell is starting to drown a bit. I don't know what's happened to Kimi Antonelli. He sort of disappeared. But that's good for us, because having to fight a Mercedes, one Mercedes on his own is hard enough. Having to fight two is a problem. I'm glad I've got Hulkenberg and the Sauber as sort of a roadblock in between me and George, because George is the real threat. Out of everybody in that train of cars behind us, George is the real threat. We're on lap 14. Hard on the brakes. Third. And around we go. 5th gear, 4th gear. Getting it turned in again. And now we're going to throw it up into hot lap. We're just managing the ERS at the moment. Into the final corner we go. And then just a small lift and a downshift into 7th. And now dump the ERS down the straight. We've got 3 laps to go in this race, so we're managing it nicely. As here comes Hulkenberg. We're going to go to the inside. He's going to go all the way to the inside. I'm going to try and hold it. He's still there. He is very much still there, and he's going to pick up that move. But we are going to try and keep it with him. Use some of the ERS I've saved off the corner. It's going to be Rosberg and Hamilton, but instead I'm not going to hit the grass. He's really going to squeeze me to the inside. This is incredibly close. And then off the corner, we are going to get the drive. Oh, we're going to keep that place. That was super, super close, because I do not want to be losing these positions now, because once I do, I'm going to start dropping like a stone through the left-hander. We've got 40% in that battery. Just rising over the crest. This is a blockbuster finish to this Spanish Grand Prix. On the brakes. In we go. I haven't really saved much ERS on this lap. I'm going to need to save a little bit more through the right-hander. And now let's go. Break away again from the Sauber into the final corners. 7th, 8th, 7th again. And now dump it. Away we go. This is crucial. Once again, we've got 2 laps to go. So I've got to defend this first corner 2 more times. Here comes Hulkenberg. Defending to the inside. He's gone to the extreme inside there. But we're going to swing out and take that line. And we're going to stay in front just for a little bit longer. Every time he doesn't make that move, it is better for us. It makes my life easier at the end of the race. Here he comes. He's going to go back up the inside there. I've left him the space. And he goes through. Now I'm going to go hot lap mode. Switch it back to the outside. Can I hold it around the outside? I'm just going to be able to. He's going to get a poor exit down the hill. And then into the left-hander. I'm still there on the outside. And I'm back through. Yes. But he is crucially going to get DRS on me down the straight. Probably should have just waited for the DRS myself. But it's all good. He's going to come. Here he comes. I'm going to defend the inside into the hairpin. It's allowing me to save DRS. Big oversteer moment. These tyres are starting to feel the strain a little bit. But as we round we go. Get it back up into hot lap mode. I've got to defend this first corner one more time as we head on to lap 17. Into gear 7. And then down we go. Dump the ERS one more time in this race. And I've just got to stay in front. I'm going to go to the inside earlier. Now he goes to the outside. Into none. And then... or late braking. I'm going to get him. I'm going to stay in front just for a little bit longer. That was the hard part of the lap done now. Now I can leave it in hot lap for the rest of the lap. Just switch it between. He's not going to be close enough on this occasion to go up the inside at turn 4 like he was on the last lap. But we're defending hard. And then hard braking to the left-hander. There you go. On the way out. Down towards... turn, what is this? Turn 6 and 7. There we go. Oscar Piastri is going to win the Spanish Grand Prix. It wasn't Fernando Alonso that is going to win. Unfortunately for him. It's going to be Piastri, Alonso, Norris as the top 3 into the final corner. What can we still do? We're looking for that 10th spot. And out of the hairpin. Down to 3rd. Back up to 4th quickly to get the traction. And then dump some of the ERS into the penultimate corner, into the final corner, turn in early, 7th gear, and out we go. Hulkenberg isn't going to be close enough. We're going to finish 10th. That was exhausting. Oh my god. Not my best result. I do already have a win this season because I won the Monaco Grand Prix, but not my best result there. But fun nonetheless. And yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed that. We get driver of the day somehow. Don't know how that's happened. Well, there you go, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed that that video. Something a little different, aside from the iRacing and everything like that. I had a lot of fun recording that video. So if you enjoy, leave a comment, suggest that I do it again, and I will definitely see those and possibly do this again in the future. Charles Leclerc finished 4th, so not a great day for Ferrari. Outright, Piastri is going to extend that championship lead. Norris is going to jump ahead of both of us, so that's not great. But what does that do to the? So yeah, 74 points distance. Yikes! But there we go. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Stay safe. Have an awesome day. Make awesome choices. And I'm going to see you all in the next video. So take care, everybody.